Hey guys, I'm Jack and I'm back. So today I'm going to be making this video a little bit different. I'm planning on having 3 videos out before Christmas, and obviously Christmas is almost here. So I'm going to have very little editing on this, so I'm just stepping in front of the camera and just talking. So it's going to be, I guess, a little bit informal. But anyways, yeah, that's why I'm wearing glasses and I got my notes right here. But yeah, I'm also feeling a little sick, so I got a cough drop in my mouth. So if I can hear that, I apologize in advance. But anyways, all these videos are going to be on the topic of what happened on Christmas and the sacrifice Jesus accepted by coming to earth. So today's video is going to be on the physical aspect of that sacrifice. So my first point is that Jesus willingly left heaven. So think about that for a second. Heaven is an amazing place. It's a place that most, if not all, people wish or plan on getting to at some point. But he willingly left that. In the Bible it says that there's no pain and no suffering in heaven. And so there's just joy in heaven. Everything's good, no problems, no issues. And Jesus willingly let that go to come to earth. So yeah, another thing he let go was I guess you could say his status. Over there he was number 1. Everyone knew he was number 1, and he let that go. He was born in a manger, in a trough. He was born into the lower class, and so yeah, he grew up, and as he was growing up, I mean, people didn't know who he was, and so there's a big difference in that status, I guess you could say. So my next point I want to focus on is that he became human. Right? In heaven, I guess it's just spiritual beings all over them. There's no physical bodies like the way we see it. But that was the sacrifice that he accepted. He was willing to become flesh and bones. You know, we grow old, we age, we even ache. And so that was something Jesus willingly accepted by coming to earth. Another point that I want to focus on is that Jesus was willing to live life on earth. Obviously, earth is nothing like heaven. There is pain and suffering here. We go through life, we go through issues, and I mean, life isn't always great. But that was something that Jesus willingly accepted about his sacrifice, coming to earth and going through pain and suffering. You know, I mean, we all have issues that we go through. Life isn't always great, and Jesus was not the exception in that. He willingly accepted that sacrifice. I guess my last point that I want to focus on is that so he was willing to live on earth, obviously, going through all the struggles, but he was also willing to die. You know, we all know that Jesus came to die on that cross, live life perfectly, and then die on that cross. And so obviously dying is not a thing to be taken lightly. You know, and if you don't know how Jesus' death happened, or like the things that happened, I mean, some of the things was like he was tortured. You know, he was whipped. They gave him a crown of thorns and like dug it into his skull. I think they ripped off his beard, and then they hung him on the cross and putting nails through his hands or wrists, through his feet or ankles. I'm not sure about the exact placement, but hanging up, and I mean that's pretty painful, and Jesus willingly accepted that. You know, he was just there hanging from the cross, and I think something about hanging on there, like after some point, I mean, you start, I guess, suffocating, and it gets really hard to breathe. So that's another aspect of the sacrifice that Jesus accepted by coming to earth. So I'm going to read from Philippians 2 verses 6 through 8, and I think it really sums up what I'm trying to get across in this video. So verse 6 says, though he was God, he did not think of equality with God as something to cling to. Instead, he gave up his divine privileges. He took the humble position of a slave and was born as a human being. When he appeared in human form, he humbled himself in obedience to God and died a criminal's death. So obviously that puts it really well. You know, he was God, but he didn't hold on to that equality of God. He was willing to let that go and become human. So going from being God, and to becoming human. So I mean that's a downgrade, but he accepted that. He gave up his divine privileges and took the humble position of a slave. So divine privileges, slave. So privileges of being God and then to becoming a slave. Those are two drastically different things. That's a big difference that Jesus accepted. And was born as a human being. I mean, like I said, he had a natural body, flesh and bone that grow, age, ache. When he appeared in human form, he humbled himself in obedience to God and died a criminal's death on a cross. So, I mean, all of this was done to be obedient to God, to his plan. And I mean, the plan to save us, to save our souls, because obviously we're not perfect, we're never going to be perfect, and by being perfect is the only way we're going to get to heaven. So, Jesus had to come and be the sacrifice, and that meant living a perfect life and then dying on the cross for our sins. So, yeah, he died a criminal's death. But yeah, this probably isn't like the best video ever, but yeah, I just wanted to put it out there and make it simple and easy for me to put out. So yeah. So if you want to make sure you catch on my next few videos, please subscribe. Right now I have 21 subscribers, so I want to thank everyone that has subscribed. But yeah, thank you for watching. Remember to preach at all times, and if you have to, use words. So love you and God bless, and Merry Christmas.